Think again, part 28. Confident humility can be taught. In one experiment, when students read a short article about the benefits of admitting what we don't know, rather than being certain about it, their odds of seeking extra help in an area of weakness spiked from 65 to 85%. They were also more likely to explore opposing political views to try to learn from the other side. Confident humility doesn't just open our minds to rethinking, it improves the quality of our rethinking. In college and graduate school, students who are willing to revise their beliefs get higher grades than their peers. In high school, students who admit when they don't know something are rated by teachers as learning more effectively and by peers as contributing more to their teams. At the end of the academic year, they have significantly higher math grades than their more self assumed peers. Instead of just assuming they've mastered the material, they quiz themselves to test their understanding. When adults have the confidence to acknowledge what they don't know, they pay more attention to how strong evidence is and spend more time reading material that contradicts their opinions. In rigorous studies of leadership effectiveness across the United States and China, the most productive and innovative teams aren't run by leaders who are confident or humble. The most effective leaders score high in both confidence and humility. Although they have faith in their strengths, they are also keenly aware of their weaknesses. They know they need to recognize and transcend their limits if they want to push the limits of greatness. If we care about accuracy, we can't afford to have blind spots. To get an accurate picture of our knowledge and skills, it can help to assess ourselves like scientists looking through the microscope. But one of my newly formed beliefs is that we're sometimes better off underestimating ourselves. The benefits of doubt. Just a month and a half before Iceland's presidential election, Hala was polling at only 1% support. To focus on the most promising candidates, the network airing the first televised debate announced that they wouldn't feature anyone with less than 2.5% of the votes. On the day of debate, Hala ended up barely squeaking through. Over the following month, her popularity skyrocketed. She wasn't just a viable candidate, she was in the final four. A few years later, when I invited her to speak to my class, Hala mentioned that the psychological fuel that propelled her meteoric rise was none other than the imposter syndrome. Feeling like an imposter is typically viewed as a bad thing, and for good reason. A chronic sense of being unworthy can breed misery, crush motivation, and hold us back from pursuing our ambition. Of course, a big loss. From time to time, though, a less crippling sense of doubt waltzes into many of our minds. Some surveys suggest that more than half of the people you know have felt imposters at some point in their careers. It's thought to be especially common among women and marginalized groups. Strangely, it also seems to be particularly pronounced among high achievers. I've taught students who earned patents before they could drink and become chess masters before they could drive, but these same individuals still wrestle with insecurely and constantly question their abilities.